Welcome back, everybody. Before we get into the main part of today's video, I just wanted to share an unboxing of my wholesale line sheet and my new business cards. I designed these and printed them directly from Canva. This was my first time doing that, and I found it to be super easy. And I really like how their packaging came. Definitely took some inspiration from their branding for when I start shipping my wholesale and retail orders again. So here's my line sheet. My strategy was to keep it simple, concise, and all on one page, front and back. I really felt that retailers were not going to take the time to flip through a catalog. So I've used this approach in the past and found it successful. And then for the business cards, I just wanted something really simple, black and white, no frills, and turned out how I wanted. Welcome back, everybody. We're in the car. You just saw me unboxing my line sheet, push card, and my new business card. I've got the little one with me, and we're actually going to head out and visit some retail stores that I would like to have as wholesale clients for my candles. I don't have childcare, so the little one's coming with me. He's just 21 months old, so my plan is to put him in the stroller so that he is contained while we go in these stores. And, you know, I've seen a lot of wholesale videos that kind of explain pricing and margins and all that stuff, but I haven't seen videos where people are actually going out visiting the stores and talking about their approach and what they're actually going to say to the people they meet at these retail stores. So that's what we're doing today in this video. My plan is to hit 3 stores. We will see. We got to stop for snack time in between, and it just depends on how the little one does. Real quick background, this is my candle brand. It's the Virginian Candle Collection by Eventide Farm. I've done wholesale in the past, been in about 7 different stores, took a break for a couple years to move and to have a baby, and now I'm getting back out there in a brand new community that we've only lived in for about a year. So I do have experience in this. I also used to work in sales. Even though I've done it all before, it's still like such a nervous and exciting thing. So I'm definitely nervous and hopeful today. I'm going to go ahead and get to the first place, and then I'm going to explain my approach before I go in. I'm not going to film in the stores. That would be too much and a little rude, but I'll just tell you the results right after. And if you saw my previous video, I'm using my phone and my Google spreadsheet to update all these leads once I talk to them and figure out if they're a good fit. So let's go. Okay guys, so I just pulled up to the first place. It's a cute little country store gift shop on a very busy tourist location. I think it's going to be a great fit for my candles. I've actually never been here before, but it was recommended to me by a family member, and having taken a good look at their website, they seem like they've got the price range and fit for my brand. So my strategy is I'm getting here right when they open. It's actually just a couple minutes before they open. I definitely don't want to go when they're busy and trying to serve a lot of customers. One thing to mention is that my goal today is just to figure out who the buyer is, who the decision maker is. So I'm going to go in and, you know, I might buy a little something, or I might just go up and say like, hey, I see that you guys carry some handmade items. Or if I don't see handmade items, I ask them like, do you guys carry locally handmade items? Just a conversation starter. And I'll say, well, quick question. I'm a local candle maker. I have a clean burning, locally themed Virginia candle collection. And I'm just wondering who might be the best person to follow up with to see if it might be a good fit to carry in your store. Something like that. And that's really just the main goal. I don't want to push products on them, like my product samples or examples. However, I bring them. So sometimes you will have the right person to talk to is there, the owner is there, or the buyer, and they're not busy and they're like really receptive. And only then would I say, hey, I don't want to be too pushy, but I have a full size, do you want to just see it right now while I'm here? So what I do is I keep it in a bag, just kind of on my shoulder, not very like kind of inconspicuous, and I only pull it out if that situation really arises. So important to know that you don't want to push product examples on them, but you should definitely have them, because I have had times where people have ordered on the spot. So you don't want to waste that opportunity, have to come back again, you know, spend more time and gas money. So I'm going to get the little one all packed up, and then we're going to go in here. All right, so we just completed our first store visit. It was pretty typical, went pretty well. My little boy and I went in there. He was very well behaved. I just went around and looked all around at all their beautiful stuff. I did buy a small pack of decorative napkins for Thanksgiving, and while checking out, I you know, complimented their holiday section, and I just said pretty much what I said I was gonna say. Local candle maker, Virginia themed candles, clean burning. Just wondering who the best person to follow up with might be. The woman offered that there was a store owner, what her name was, and that she would be back in on Friday. I did not press to get the business card or contact information of the store owner, because it seemed that their response was pretty standard and rehearsed, and I didn't want to be pushy on the first visit. And I live very nearby, so I can come back on Friday quite easily. Maybe if it was a place that I wouldn't be back in for a long time or was further away from my house, I'd say like, oh, is there a good email address for them? But anyway, I decided not to push on this occasion. Ended up continuing to have a really, really nice conversation with her just about local happenings and things. She took my push card to save for the owner, put it definitely in her pile of notes. I saw her do that, so that's promising. I'll be back on Friday morning to try to meet with the owner. So let's go to the next stop. Okay, sorry about the glare. So this next place is a really cute gourmet grocery store and wine shop. We actually shop here quite frequently. This is where we get our milk, so I have to exchange our milk jars anyway. So we're gonna go in and do that and then chat with them. I've chatted to them before. I do have the owner's contact information, but that was months ago, and that was before I had my line sheet prepared. So I'm just gonna do it again, see what other intel I get, and we'll definitely be following up with all these folks via email. All right, the second stop went really well. I got the email address of the owner. They do carry a lot of produce and meats from local farms, as well as items from local makers. So I'm hoping that it would be just a matter of getting in touch with her. But anyway, that's, you know, about as good as you can get. So 2 stops down, no one's been annoyed with me yet, so that's good. I have one more stop to make, but they're not quite open yet. So I'm gonna go to a nearby coffee shop where they have a children's play area. We're gonna get the little one a snack, take a little break, and then we'll be back at it. Okay, gang, our last stop of the day is this absolutely gorgeous vineyard and winery. Their gift shop I've been in before. It has a lot of locally themed items, so perfect fit for me. And yeah, I'm excited. This is our last one, so let's do it. Okay guys, third stop, I was able to get the name and phone number of the tasting room manager. The woman I talked to was nice, but she did say not to get my hopes up, because she gave me some intel that I didn't think about, which was they don't like strongly fragrance items in the gift shop because it's so close to the tasting room and it would interfere with the wine tasting experience. But I will follow up nonetheless. Now my little boy is over it. He's done so well up until this point, so it's totally understandable. So I'm gonna get him home and playing outside, and then I'll wrap up with a couple more important thoughts I wanna share with you guys before I end this video. It's now a couple hours later, and I have a moment to sum up what happened on today's sales visits. So in about 2 hours, I was able to stop at 3 different places, including a coffee shop stop with my little one, so it went pretty well. I would say that today's results were rather typical. So to summarize, stop 1, I was told the owner's name and that they would be back in on Friday and that I should stop by and talk to her then. So I plan to do that. Stop number 2, I was given the owner's direct email. And stop number 3, I was given a telephone number for a decision maker with the intel that it may be a conflict to have strongly scented items near the wine tasting room, which makes total sense. Those results are like rather typical, so I don't know, particularly to help people who are new to this, that's pretty good. It will take some following up. It'll probably take several more weeks to close these folks, and that's just fully what I expect. Like I said in my previous video, which I'll link below, when I was making my lead list, that this is a long-term strategy. It's kind of like weaving a web. It'll take a little bit to see the results. And I have just actually sat down in a coffee shop and followed up with the people that I had contact information for. And actually that coffee shop that I was just in was also a really good fit. So I got contact information of the owner there too. And the girl that was working the counter was incredibly enthusiastic and said that they actually needed some candles because they didn't have any right now at the time. So hey, that's another like super hot lead. So I followed up with them as well. I hope this information was helpful to you. If it is, please consider giving a super thanks. I will continue sharing videos about this whole candle making journey and wholesale journey, as well as other things that I make and sell, whether that's at the farmer's market or online or in my community. Thank you so much. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next video.